Today is October 22nd, 2023. Today is my favorite artist's 31st birthday and the day I upload my first video. Today we talk about the artist who I think isn't that underrated. More so I'm weird and I just randomly got addicted to this guy. I'm out of things to say, but whatever. Let's get straight into it. Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Fox, I guess. I don't know. I literally thought of this name in 5 seconds. Don't judge me. Anyway, so in 2018, I first heard the song Rockstar by Post Malone featuring 21 Savage. I thought the song was pretty mid. I mean, it's grown on me now, but at the time, I wasn't a big fan. But about 15 months ago, in July of 2022, my brother introduced me to a song called EA. It's by Young Nudy featuring 21 Savage once again. I fell in love with the birthday boy himself, 21 Savage. Happy birthday, Savage. When I first heard the song, I fell in love with Savage's verse. Now, a few weeks later, I was watching videos of people hacking on Hypixel. Yes, I'm weird and annoying, I know. And one video, which I can't find anymore, had a song I really liked in it. And when I searched it up, it was by 21 Savage. And I'm like, whoa, I know him. So I added it to my playlist and I fell in love with the song. Which song was it? Monster featuring Childish Gambino. Now, still, to this day, this is one of my favorite 21 Savage songs and my favorite song on its album. But more on that later. Now, 2 months later, I ended up listening to Savage Mode. I heard lots of good things about Savage Mode, but guess what? I hated it. My original thoughts on it were that it was a pretty mid EP, but 2 months later, after that, I listened to the rest of the albums. I thought Izza sucked, Without Warning was mid, I'm Greater Than I Was good, and Savage Mode 2 was great. So I essentially thought he only improved, and that sorta holds up. Over the spring of 2023, I re-listened to Savage Mode quite a few times, and each day it got better. By the summer, I thought it was a solid EP, but things went even more uphill from there when I re-listened to every single album. After re-listening to 2 mixtapes, 1 EP, and 4 albums, I came to the conclusion that 21 Savage is awesome. His worst project is an album. I still gave a 72%, and everything we released before and after that I consider a great album. So let's go ahead and give thoughts and rank every single 21 Savage album. So obviously the worst one is Izza. Well, I really like the production on this album. I'm not the biggest fan of 21 himself on the project. The first 5 songs are pretty good. The worst song is definitely Money Convo. Just the most lackluster song on the project. I'd say the most overrated song is Bank Account? I don't know. I love this song, but there's so many better picks. The most underrated song here, and also the best song, is Close My Eyes, though Baby Girl is a close second for me. I love the story told in Close My Eyes, but I love the flow in Baby Girl. You could go either way. Overall, a decent listen. Like I said, the production is good, but 21 isn't the best. 72 out of 100. Slaughter King is 21's second mixtape, and personally, it's great. Though it can be annoying, per se, I guess. Still an 82 out of 100, but overall, it was a good listen. The worst song is only a 7 out of 10, and it's Front Door. The most overrated song is Dip Dip. No clue why this was the most popular song on the mixtape. It's nothing too special. The most underrated track is for sure Help Me. I love the hook, and the beat feels really special to me. But it's still not the best song on here because Motorcycle featuring Dreezy is so good. It's catchy as fuck. The beat is so nice, and that Dreezy feature is amazing. This is one of 21's best songs, in my opinion. It's such a chill one. Overall, a solid mixtape, and you should check it out because I said so. So this is more of a Drake album to me, but it's also a 21 Savage album, so we have to include it. An 85 out of 100 album that released just last year. Her Loss. And I really enjoyed it. Well, I do think Drake was much better than 21 on this project. That's not to say he was bad or anything. So, look, I have a pretty controversial take on the worst/most overrated song, Major Distribution. Look, I get it. A lot of people like this song, but I don't. I don't think it's bad. It's alright, but it's not as good as the rest of the album. Anyways, sorry about that. The most underrated song, and also the best song to me, is Broke Boys. The beat, the flow, just everything about this song is amazing. But I can't lie, Spin 'Bout You is amazing too. Like 10 out of 10 songs right there. I Am Greater Than I Was is next. Now, in my opinion, this album actually has the worst 21 Savage song. All My Friends is so ass. It's barely a 21 song, and yeah. The most overrated song here is Can't Leave Without It. Can't lie, yes, this is one of 21's best verses, and that beat is pretty good, but Gunna and Lil Baby are just decent at best. The most underrated track is Letter to My Mama, such a great tribute to his mom, one of his best songs for sure. The best song for me here is Monster featuring Childish Gambino. I know I'm kind of biased since this was like one of my first 21 songs, but I really like the sound and like message of this album, and it's, just good. Obviously, the best feature is J. Cole, though, there's no doubt about that. Overall, 87 out of 100 for this super great album. Yes, the Slaughter tape over I Am Greater Than I Was. Now, I cannot deny this mixtape can get old pretty quick. Like, for some reason, 21's mixtapes can either get old or annoying fast. But this is a 91 out of 100 project for me. And the worst song is also only a 7 out of 10, that being Fucking Fellas Bitches. That's such a weird name, just saying that out loud, oh my god. I just find it super boring, and the most overrated song, I have no clue. No song on here is really overrated, which I think is good. The most underrated song, which is also the best song in my opinion, is Heart So Cold. It feels super upbeat and positive, even though it's not. It's still a super, super fun track, and I love it a lot. Best feature was Key on Out the Bowl. Fantastic work. Okay, here we are, the Epic Duo's first project, Savage Mode. Savage Mode is a 92 out of 100, just barely beating the Slaughter tape. It may take a couple listens to really appreciate, but this EP is so awesome, especially for a dark trap project. So the worst song is No Advance. It's not bad. I actually really like it. It just falls short compared to the rest of the EP. 8 out of 10 song. The most overrated song to me is Such a Hot Take, but No Heart. Now hear me out, No Heart is amazing, but there are so many better tracks in my opinion. The most underrated song to me is a tie between Mad High and Bad Guy. Both have fantastic rapping performances, Mad High being the one that I think flows a little better, but Bad Guy being the one with better lyrics. They're both great, but they're definitely not the best song on the album. That goes to the song that I think a lot of trap songs should strive to be, that being X, featuring Future, of course. Amazing beat with some incredibly sort of fucked up lyrics, and it sounds amazing. The flows, the lyrics, everything. It's just a perfect song, one of 21's best to this date. So yeah, that's Savage Mode.
Can we really do anything more than once? More than once? More than once? More than once?
Yes we can. I believe Savage Mode 2 is better than Savage Mode 1 by just 2 points, giving it a 94 out of 100. I swear I'm the biggest 21 meat rider. Though the worst song on here seems to be the song fans are quite divided on, and I'm in the middle. Mr. Right Now isn't bad, but in my opinion it falls short compared to the rest of the album. I could also say it's the most overrated song, but Many Men got old quick for me, which is really a shame. The most underrated track is also the best track to me, that being R.I.P. Love. I always love when 21 gets all deep and tells a great story. It always works out, and you can't get better than this. The best feature, excluding Morgan Freeman, was for sure Young Thug. I remember the day I fell in love with his verse. Well, one album remains, and that one album so happens to be Without Warning. This is a collab album with Offset and Metro Boomin, and it's my second favorite album of all time. I'd go as far to give it a 99 out of 100. Its worst song, Run Up the Racks, is just a 9 out of 10, which is huge. The most overrated song? I couldn't tell you, this album is so freaking good. The most underrated song, though, is Disrespectful. This was actually the only song I liked when I first listened to this album, which is quite shocking. Fantastic track, check it out. And of course, the obvious best track is Ghostface Killers. It probably has my favorite 21 verse, I don't know, but this track has a great beat, great verses, and one of the best choruses in the trap scene. Speaking of beats, the best beat here is on my Choppa Hate Fellas. I love how unique the hi-hats are, it's such a fun track. The best feature out of the two on here is in my opinion Quavo's. The Travis Scott verse is really good, I just think Quavo does it slightly better. Welp, there you have it. I've ranked and went through every 21 Savage project. I'm really looking forward to what he does next, but before I go, let's talk about his feature game. A lot of people consider 21 Savage to be one of the best feature artists, and damn, that's well deserved. First things first, his feature on EA is the reason I like him in the first place, but he's also on my favorite Drake song, Sneakin'. The Race remix by Take-A goes crazy, 21 Savage on NC-17 Until Further Notice by Travis Scott are some incredible features, and last but not least, his work on Metro Boomin's projects are insane. I think 10 Freaky Girls, Don't Come Out the House, and Umbrella are some of his best work for sure. 21 Savage is a godly feature artist, and when you see he's featured on a song, you know it's gonna be a banger. Ignore For All the Dogs. Okay, but what about my top 10 21 Savage songs? This is so hard because it's always changing. I'm not gonna count feature songs, but honorable mentions to 10 Freaky Girls, Umbrella, EA, Till Further Notice, Sneakin', and more. But definitely on the lower end of the top 10 is 1.5 and Glock in My Lap. They're both amazing tracks, but I feel the rest are even better. Some 21 Savage staples in my list are Ghostface Killers, A Lot, X featuring Future, and Ball Without You. That's all in order, in my opinion, but again, this changes a lot. And the four best songs gotta be Heart So Cold off the Slaughter tape, R.I.P. Love off Savage Mode 2, and Letter to My Mama off I Am Greater Than I Was. But of course, last but not least, is obviously, my favorite 21 Savage song, the first 21 Savage song I ever heard, Monster. But once again, this changes a lot, especially this last four. I want to say this changes like the most, but whatever. Those are my top 10. Hope you guys think that's cool. As of recording this, it's October 19th, 2023, and 21 Savage just dropped Call Me Revenge for Modern Warfare 3. It's amazing. It's like a sequel to the 2019 single Immortal, made for Mortal Kombat. I think Immortal is better, but they're both amazing tracks, and both made for a video game, which I find really cool. Well, I just wanted to share my thoughts on the Birthday Man, which so happens to be my favorite artist. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Now, I'm not going to ask y'all to sub and like, but if you guys could leave a comment on a video aspect I can improve on, that'd be really appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!